Timeboxes, events, and rules. You may not be familiar with the term time box. A time box is a period of time dedicated to a specific event in Scrum. In the new Scrum Guide, the term time box has been renamed event. But as the term time box is prevalent at this time, I will continue to use it. Part of the Scrum Master's role is to carry out time management very strictly. This means beginning and ending meetings and sprints on time and helps the team to maximize their productivity. Scrum has a number of time boxes, and I will outline them briefly as there is far more detail on them in the remainder of this class. It is the Scrum Master's role to organize and facilitate all these events. Sprint. A sprint is a period of time less than 4 weeks in length during which the team builds a shippable increment of the product. Sprint planning meeting. The team may plan the work that they will do in the upcoming sprint. The meeting lasts no more than 4 hours for a 2-week sprint. There are 2 halves to the meeting, the what and the how. In the first half of the meeting, the product owner presents the list of features that he would like the team to deliver from the product backlog. He explains them, and the team asks questions. Eventually, they pick the features they believe they can commit to in the sprint. In the second half of the meeting, the team breaks the stories into tasks and estimates them. In this way, they design their work and decide how they will build the product increment. They may adjust and negotiate with stories they can commit to with the product owner, but finally they will make a commitment for the sprint. Daily Scrum. This is a daily meeting lasting no more than 15 minutes. One by one, each development team member answers the following questions asked by the Scrum Master. What did you do yesterday? What do you aim to do today? Do you have any impediments to delivery? The Scrum Master takes note of any impediments and aims to resolve them as quickly as possible. Anyone else at the daily Scrum remains silent so that the meeting can be as productive as possible for the team. Any issues can be discussed afterwards. The sprint backlog and the sprint burn down should be visible to draw attention to the team's progress or any impediments. See definitions in this chapter. Sprint Review. This meeting is held at the end of each sprint and allows the team to demo the increment of the product to the product owner and stakeholders. The stakeholders ask the questions and make suggestions to the product owner. The product owner makes notes to adapt the backlog if necessary based on suggestions or the output from the demo. Sprint Retrospective. This is a meeting held after the review and before the next sprint. One by one, each team member answers the questions. What worked in this sprint and what could be improved in the next sprint? This is a chance for the team to inspect and adapt. It generates continuous improvement. Each of these events has a specific purpose, and these are the only set of events that Scrum defines in order to deliver a project. Release Planning Meeting. The Release Planning Meeting is mentioned in the first revision of the Scrum Guide. The purpose of this is for the product owner to present a subset of features from the backlog and the team to agree what looks feasible to deliver in terms of scope or a release date. This, however, is not a commitment. Usually, after 3 to 4 sprints, the team set a velocity pace at which they work. This can be used to calculate how many features are likely to be completed by the release date for date-driven projects or when the scope is likely to be delivered for scope-driven projects. See my section on release planning for more information.